Hello friends, I have a whole bunch of children's books to show you today. I'm going to try to get through them as fast as I can, so I'm not going to share the dates with you because those will be on the information for each book in the Google Photos album when this book sale goes live later this week. So I'm just going to show you and give you some condition notes, and if you're curious about the date, you can wait until the sale day and it'll be in the information for the photo, assuming I have publication info. Okay, so you see all this? That's what we're going to go through today, including this little stack I have right in front of me. So let's just get started. Walt Disney's The Three Little Pigs. This one has a name inside. Jack and I love this cartoon. So here's the inside. It's in pretty good condition. Hi, Jack. Want to say hi? Want to say hi? Okay. This is Sunken Treasure by Gail Gibbons. Here's the inside. She's pretty popular. History of Diving. It's got this sticker on it. I don't know what that's about. And then we have Childhood of Famous Americans. This is Christopher Reeve. It's a paperback, former library book. Then this is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This looks like it's a former library book. Here's the inside. Let me see if I can tilt this down just a little bit. There we go. That's easier to do. Okay, The Little Island. This is a former library book, and it is a Caldecott Medal winner. I already said that. It's a former library book. Here's the inside. Very pretty book. And then we have this set of art books for children. Last week I sold, or the last sale, I sold one hardcover, the Pablo Picasso. Then I happened to find this whole entire set. These are all library books, former library books. So we have Chagall, Picasso, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, and Rembrandt. So these are all paperback, and inside, oh, these are just wonderful. Really, really easy to understand, well-written books for children on these artists. So I'm going to sell those all as a set. Then we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is also a former library book. Really beautifully illustrated. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Then 8 Nursery Tales. This is a favorite of mine. This is Watty Piper's 8 Nursery Tales. This one is from 1938. And it's in really good condition. The spine is tight, the binding is tight, everything is good in here. Those are very vibrant, lovely colors. All right, the Complete Brothers Grimm Fairy Tale. So if you need a copy of this for your home library, this is a beautiful one. I love that buttery yellow color. Here's a black and white illustration inside. Let me just flip through. There's another illustration. Music Makers, isn't that cute? Former library book. Look at that front page, I love it. A Maxton book about music makers, the orchestra and conductor, and then it has all the different instruments. Here's trombone and tuba, isn't that fabulous? Organ, piano, very cool. Then the Mickey Mouse Make It book. This is just got lots of little activities for children, simple activities. You want to look at this one, Jack? Don't you already have that? No? Okay. 8-8, A Feast of Homonym Riddles. This is a former library book. How does Moose begin a letter to his cousin? Dear, dear. What do you say in the evening to a soldier in shining armor? Night, night, night. Disney's Christmas stories, including Donald Duck's Christmas Tree, Santa's Toy Shop, and Mickey's Christmas Carol. Former library book. There you go. People of Importance. Look at how cool this book is. By the authors of Important People. Okay. 1936. So we have important, let's see, I'm trying to figure out what the theme of this book is. So the first story is called Monkey Trail. Then Bath Night. Oh, look at the illustrations in here for Bath Night. Pedestrians. Oh. Then Walk-a-Feets. Her First Day. So I guess this is a book about children, basically, with lovely illustrations throughout the whole thing. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, Treasure Island. This is just a nice, sturdy, simple copy of Treasure Island, illustrated. It has somebody's name inside. Let's see if I can find a representative illustration in here. There's not many. They look like they're mostly black and white. So, okay, so there's that. Ready to move on to set 2? Let me see what I can get down here without everything toppling over. The best book in the sale is in this set. Okay, take this a little bit. I feel like you guys are too close. Yeah, a little bit better? I don't know. Okay, The Three Bears. This is an oversized book. I've found a few of these. There's a name inside. Before these shape books, and they're really pretty. There's Goldilocks. Isn't that nice? So there's the back and there's the front. This is the Treasury of Little Golden Books. This is from 1975, I believe. So inside it just has a selection of wonderful classics golden books with their original illustrations. Isn't that precious? This is in such good condition. I was really excited to find this the other day. Next we have Art Fraud Detective, Spot the Difference, Solve the Crime. This is from the early 1990s, I believe, and it came with a magnifying glass, but it's not in here. So if you get this book, just maybe give your kid a little magnifying glass to go along with it. So this is all about art and detecting art fraud for little kids. Really fun little activity book. This one is called A Knight's Book. It's a former library book. It's a relatively long story that's really wonderfully illustrated, and in the middle it has this fold out. So it's all about, you know, it's set in medieval times. Lovely picture book. The Night Before Christmas. This is a giant golden, it's a golden book, and it has this chunk out of it right here. I want you to see that. But inside, it looks great. There is a name in the front cover. This edition is the 11th printing from 1973. So inside, despite that spine chunk, everything looks great. So I consider that a pretty good copy. Then we have Now We Are Six and When We Were Very Young. This one, I want you to check out all that spotting and everything going on with it. And here's the inside of that one and the inside of this one. And we have some more copies. I have this individual copy of When We Were Very Young, which is a former library book, paperback. And then I have these Now We Are Six and When We Were Very Young. These are not library books. They are both paperbacks. And then a paperback, The First 4 Years. Okay, this is the best book in the sale. Are you ready? Housekeeping, Cookery, Sewing for Little Girls. This is an amazing book that I cannot find any evidence for. Now, I can find housekeeping for little girls, cookery for little girls, and sewing for little girls, but I have not found one that has all 3 books in one. And this is from 1922. So part 1 is housekeeping, a well-kept home, the general care of the house, care of the dining room, a dainty living room, an attractive upstairs, law and order in the kitchen, and holiday prep. Part 2, we have curious facts about things we eat, the principles of cookery, yada yada. And then we have recipes, different kinds of vegetables for the unexpected guest, rice and macaroni, baking cake and bread, desserts good in summer. And then sewing for little girls, preparing Dolly's bed, the sewing outfit, buttons and buttonholes, Dolly's drawer, some simple trimmings, Dolly's skirt, the fine white dress, different kinds of fastenings, and on and on. Let me find, and the pages are just super smooth and pretty. Creamed codfish and coffee for Father's breakfast. I think I'll pass on the creamed codfish. Cornstarch pudding, individual molds. And then we have, this is in the sewing section. And then we have the sleeping room. Isn't that amazing? And it's there's texture on here, so it's kind of you know, you can feel it's, can't even speak. Anyway, gorgeous book. Somebody is going to be delighted to get that book. I know it. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Nice. Shoes, Ships, and Sealing Wax. Look at how beautiful that book is. Nice 1920s, 30s font going on there. This looks like late 1920s. And look at how beautiful this is. Nah. How the Beaver Saved a Town. Isn't that sweet? Okay, the first book of space travel. This is from the 1950s. There's the inside. Fantastic. Look at this, the color kitten. So this is a nice old golden book. It's in excellent condition inside. And the back has all the old golden field guides on it. Look, isn't that neat? Special little touch. The Hill That Grew. This is a Follett beginning to read book. It's the inside. And then this book is really pretty. Told Under Spacious Skies, regional stories about American children. So the inside of the book you can see looks just like the dust jacket, which is really pretty. It's a gorgeous cover. So High Water, High Wind, Christmas Eve on Beacon Hill, Dot for short, The Boy Jody, The Magic Feather, Buttons, The Meaning of the Word, A Battle for Mastery, Busting an Outlaw Horse in Wyoming. So very cool book. And then we have a Little House book. This is Little House in the Big Woods. No dust jacket. See inside. And we have a Pictorial Life Story of Misty. This is by Marguerite Henry. I've never seen this edition of this Misty book, but there's lots of pictures and such inside. Then we have the Oxcart Man. This is a former library book. Got, used to have something pasted down here, who knows what. Inside. And the Story of the Rough Riders, Cornerstones of Freedom. Okay, thank you. This is Secret Passage, a mystery story for girls. Really cool cover. Love that. And a Jungle book. Very cool, brand new. All right, I'm gonna take this whole pile back and bring it down here. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what we've got here. Nero, Destroyer of Rome. That is the Leaders of Ancient Rome series. Lullabies and Baby Songs. Look how sweet. Isn't that pretty? American Women of Achievement, Amelia Earhart. The Library of American Lives and Times, Haym Solomon, Patriot Banker of the American Revolution. Eleanor of Aquitaine, the Queen Who Rode Off to Battle. This is a National Geographic book. Too Hot to Hoot, Funny Palindrome Riddles. That's going to be fun to look through. Beauty and the Beast. This is a former library book. Emma Lazarus, Poet. Games from Long Ago. Work Party Games. Holiday Games. In Shadowland. Mitsumasu Ano. Oh my gosh, this book. So gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This is Disney's Elegant ABC book. Former library book. J is for Jacques. J is for Jump. P is for Pigs. Q is for Quiet. Q is for Queen of Hearts. Then the World's Great Explorers, James Cook and Hernando de Soto. The Brothers Grimm, The Brave Little Tailor, former library book. And The Wishing Table, this is the Brothers Grimm again, same illustrator. Hansel and Gretel. This looks also, let's see, not the same illustrator, but the same series of books. Maybe I'll sell those all three together. Six Companions Find Their Fortune, the Brothers Grimm again. And this is Coronado. Okay, one more box here and we'll be done. Christmas Wombat, this is hilarious. I just want to show you one of the first pages, okay? Slept, scratched, slept, ate grass, dangly things bumped against my nose, got rid of them. Smelled carrots, strange creatures are eating my carrots. This is Busy Places, Explore Real Cities Around the World. This is a Lonely Planets book for kids. It's a Lift the Flaps book. So some of the flaps are, can you see how that's the kind of wear that you might see on some of the tabs to lift the flaps? Some of the pages are more used than others. So we have, in this book, Jack and I read it yesterday, Rio de Janeiro, New York City, Sydney, Australia, Marrakesh, Morocco, Paris, France, Shanghai, China, and London. And then it has some other things that you can find throughout the book. Fun little lift the flap book. This is an Alice in Wonderland pop-up book. It needs a little bit of repair. The house right here needs to be repaired so it sits back up like that. And I think that is the only one. So all of these little side things open up so you have more of the story to read. And then this opens up. Has these little green glasses in here. Isn't that neat? Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Whee! Okay, so that's that. I just wanted to show you that it had that little spot that hopefully can be repaired. Magic School bus book. This is At the Waterworks. And random Berenstain Bears Trouble with Friends. Sister Bear gets some fashionable new designer clothes, but decides not to wear them. Optical Illusions. Lower your brain age in minutes a day. I think this is actually going to be in a different photo album. So I think this is going to be in my reference in school album, but there's what it looks like. This is a blank journal. Recycled paper pages. What have you got? Oh, you've got the Lift the Flat book. This is a Heidi Whitman book. Then we have Magic Treehouse number 9, Dolphins at Daybreak. And this one is a Magic Treehouse Research Guide, Knights and Castles. This book is amazing, An Alphabet of Ancient Egypt. So here's the L. So it talks a lot about ancient Egypt, and it's also a little ABC book. Really cool. Got some golden books here, Little Cottontail, and Walt Disney's Mother Goose, and Alice in Wonderland, and Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Those are all in good condition. I think there's one more in here somewhere. No, maybe not. It was the other one that I showed you that had the field guides on the back. Booker T. Washington, Leader of His People, a discovery book. And then this is not vintage, it's Lois Lowry's The Giver, but the graphic novel adaptation. This just came out in 2019. Usborne's first nature book, Trees. This is a really cool book. It has activities in the back that you can do, and little puzzles and stuff too. Then I have a Humpty Dumpty. This is a Mother Goose rhyming book. End of the Line by Janice May Udry. This one was really cute. It's about a little girl traveling on the streetcar with her grandfather. I found lots of books by her, but not this one. I couldn't find this one anywhere. So there's that. This is an interesting little picture book. Art Craft Surprise in Animal Land. It has a little hole in the top. I'm not sure what that is about. Like if it was hanging in a display through the hole or something. I don't know. This is The Child's Christmas, Evelyn Sharp. This is a beautiful book. I just sold one of these in our Christmas sale last month and found another one. Oh, these illustrations are just to die for. Look at that. Beautiful. Then we have a 100th anniversary edition of The Wizard of Oz. There's the inside. So I've got a little rip here, and let's see the back. Here you can see the little bit of damage there on the top. Let's find a pretty picture to look at. So you can see the illustration style. I think this is from the year 2000. So there's that. Then we have two early readers, Little Bear's Friend and Frog and Toad are Friends. This is, what is it called? The 4 Seasons for Little People. Spring, summer, autumn, fall, or winter. And then I got these 4 I Spy books in this little box. So there's the inside, what they look like. There's 4 of them. They're little board books. This is Navajo Stories. This is a really nice one. So this is Navajo Stories and Basic Vocabulary. The little folk stories. And then The Bad Child's Pop-Up Book of Beasts. This is a pretty rare vintage book based on the 1896 poems. Poems from The Bad Child's Book of Beasts, which was published in 1896. So this is a pop-up adaptation of that book. And this is from the 1980s, I think. Okay, just a few more. We have a giant edition of The Gingerbread Man. This is from 1965, I think. Rand McNally book. Then a giant Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is a big golden book. And The Story of Our Flag. This is a Rand McNally giant book, and I wanted to show you this split here. So you see how the spine is split from the pages, but the pages are all still intact, okay? Here's the inside. Okay, is that everything, Jack? Yeah, okay, that's all, guys. Thank you for watching. I know that took forever. This is the largest sale category for this week, so the other videos will be shorter. Okay, I'll see you later. These books will all be for sale through my email list the week of August 23rd. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.